Welcome back everyone, this is Gamernorka, and today everyone, we are playing some more Empadilla Cafe. I'll talk my boy. Yeah, I wasn't talking to John. Okay, let's do it. Now, I got the #1 pick. Everyone realised I was... I think I'm gonna do some my GM, you know. I think I'm gonna love the... Just got a foul. Yeah. Did I miss a free throw? I can't remember. Oh, yeah, this... Let's go. We got Golden State! Or Steph Curry. I love this.
Steph Curry and the Warriors next game. I've been looking forward to this for a while now. You know they'll be running and gunning. And Steph's gonna do 2 or 3 things that make you want to stop and stare. But we can't let that distract us. Because if we lose focus for even a second, they'll be up 20. So maybe it's up to me to put on a little show of my own.
I think I might make my own in-tune music right now, and I got a boy who's gonna do it. You see the Gamernorka thing I did a lot of work on that. Let's do it.
Minneapolis, Minnesota, our center.
Yes, my home.
Take a look at this striking view of the landmark 3rd Avenue Bridge. Home court belongs to the Timberwolves in this one, as we bring you a Western Conference matchup here live from the Target Center in Minneapolis.
What did I say? No music. Okay.
We've got some terrific NBA action in store for you today. I'm Kevin Harlan, and here with me today, Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. The Warriors are looking to end their...
We're going one with this guy.
Spates checked in for Bogut. Iguodala comes in for Green. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Iguodala, the 3 with Barnes, the stretch 4. Livingston is out there, Barbosa, and it's Spates in at the 5 spot.
You know, he's got a lot of inches on the defender in that matchup, and he can just shoot right over the top of him without worrying about being fouled.
And last season, in the end, has come lottery time, those extra losses do tend to help.
Now here's Freak, defense right on him. 5 to shoot. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off it. Miller, that's for 2. Cans the shot from the wing. And now just a 1-point Warrior lead. The Warriors shooting 44% overall here in the first quarter. Livingston dishes to Barnes. They set the pick. Livingston gets to Spates. Off the pick. Rebound by Dang.
Good little 2-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
So the Warriors now want to keep rolling here following the win against Memphis.
And they may have you on the road, but you know what? They never got any home court disadvantage in that game. How well they shot it from 3.
Shooting can always be a great equalizer. Shoot like that from outside. It really makes winning on the road a lot easier.
Timberwolves trail by 3. Miller to pass to Freak. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Barbosa kicks to Spates. Solid as a rock from 20 feet away. Spates has got his first points of the game. The Timberwolves have gotten 7 of their first 16 field goal attempts to go down here in the first. Barnes against Jang. Here's Freak. Takes it off the glass. Freak's got his second basket.
That's how to orchestrate for your teammate. Terrific pass.
Warriors leading by 3. Here's Spates. And it's good, assisting on the play with Livingston.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Minnesota's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Chang, a screen. And it's Miller penetrating. Here's Freak. Gets to the corner and buries it. Freak's got 6 points.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Spades with a screen on Miller. They double him with Freak. From deep. And it's Leandro Barbosa with the 3. He has 5.
They really can't allow him too many open looks like that. I mean, that's just inviting trouble.
We've got 1:28 left to play here in the first. Back to Miller.
Guys, a good jump shot.
And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. This is their first chance this season playing the Timberwolves.
And they was unbeaten against this club last season. Not surprising considering where they both finished in the standings.
Yeah, it's really plain as pound cake. They're the better team. I mean, they'll look to prove it again here tonight.
What a year for the Warriors. Clark won their division for the first time in 39 years, ran away with the very tough Western Conference.
And there were a number of surprises last season, Kevin, but the Warriors were at the top of the list. I mean, I don't think anybody, including you and I, pegged them to be as good as they were.
Especially the way the finals began.
Exactly.
The first free throw is good.
And the Warriors won 51 games back in 2014, improved that mark by 16 wins last season. Among teams that won at least 50 games in the previous year, that 16-game improvement was an NBA record for the Warriors.
And both free throws good from Freak.
It goes without saying the Warriors set franchise records all over the place with their play. Their win total being the highest ever, but also of note was it was the first time they've won 50 games in back-to-back seasons. They seem to truly have arrived as a top franchise in this state of the NBA.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like, I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe. The first one falls.
And what a first year it was for Steve Kerr and the Warriors. It was the best debut as a new coach ever. 67 wins. He also established a franchise win total in his first
Alex
year.
Latham. Ballpoint.
Steve Kerr also got a chance to coach the West All-Stars, and Greg, his record-setting debut season with the Golden State Warriors. Clark, he really hit a lot of big milestones early.
Well, none of us are surprised at his success. I mean, Steve will be the first to tell you it was because he was surrounded by excellent assistants. I mean, that's one of the underrated aspects of being a good coach is you've got to have a good staff. Steve has that.
Excellent point.
Great quarter.
Man up, man up.
The offensive end trying to will his team back in the game.
Iguodala setting the pick for Barbosa. Iguodala with the screen on Chang. From past the arc. Iguodala. No good. So at the end of one quarter.
That one pick is on fire.
Warriors lead by 2. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And we've seen some big scoring numbers of late from Freak. We heard from perimeter defensive ace Andre Iguodala about how they hope to contain him tonight.
Andre Iguodala.
He's going to make some shots. I was looking at his last couple games, and when guys get up those many attempts and they get to the foul line, they're going to score. So we can't let that, affect the way we play our game. And the main thing is just getting the win.
Not to disagree, but don't you have to let that affect your game a little bit, Greg? I mean, don't you have to plan for those shots and try not to let Freak get to the free throw line as often as he does, and as part of your plan?
You know, Kevin, easier said than done. What's that great expression? Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the mouth.
Man up on him.
At this point, we start the second quarter. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
You know, it's been a great display of team basketball here thus far.
5 guys, 5 fingers working as one. Just beautiful team basketball on display for these guys.
So on the floor for Golden State to begin this second quarter. It's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. Iguodala and Green are set at the forward spots. And it's Bogut in at the center. Over to the wing. Now here's Freak.
You're too bad.
Throws it down.
And that's how it's done. Find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Well, it was. I mean, a tight game like this one, you'd think they'd have a little more energy at the defensive end than that.
Thompson against Wiggins. Thompson dishes to Green. Back to Thompson. And it's Thompson again missing.
And he's trying to shoot his way out of it. You know, they have the lead, but honestly, I think it might help if you be a little bit more selective tonight.
Warriors leading by 3. Curry passes to Thompson. Again, the miss by Thompson.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
There's Freak. And that one's good. Freak's got 16.
1 point lead. Massive game.
Thompson. His last outing, he had 24 points. Passes to Green. Shoots the 3. That's in. Coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 4 assists now tonight.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Back to Rubio. Goes up on the wing. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Bogut's got 3 rebounds so far in the game.
And the Warriors put the ball in Thompson's hands a lot more last season. He ran the pick and roll and attacked the rim, taking more
What's on shooting guard?
and ball handling ability at that off guard position.
There's Freak. Good. Freak's got 18 points in the game.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6.
We need to calm down. We're taking too many shots early in the clock. Let's get some ball movement and run something on the offensive end. Keep it simple. Let's throw it down inside or run some pick and roll up top.
Martin's checked in for Minnesota. And so here is Golden State. Contact with the low shots coming up.
Harrison Barnes' teammates have referred to him as the senator because of the way he carries himself. And, you know, a very level-headed, dignified young man, and just he has an air about him.
And Harrison Barnes at times has been criticized the Bears not being more confident shooter on the court.
Well, you know, it's interesting. He had to weather the pressure of expectations since high school. I mean, people were comparing him to Kobe Bryant back then, but HB can't get caught up in that. He's got to be true to himself. You know what I'm saying? Do you.
How about the way he's able to angle his body to shield the big fella off and still get the finish?
You've got to be clever with your sleight of hand when you get inside and try to finish against the bigger guys. And he made it look easy that time.
And Andre Miller, what a virtuoso floor general he has been. The real leader of assists among active players. 1,000 more assists for the next guy on the list, which is Chris Paul.
And Matt, you know, last year he was 16th in the league, which is pretty remarkable.
Yeah, a couple of things happened. I thought he slowed down a little and he was playing behind John Wall. That led to the fewest minutes per game in his career, and the rest of his stats kind of followed suit.
And how about Harrison Barnes, the Black Falcon? I mean, he was a high school phenom in Ames, Iowa, and a lottery pick back in 2012. After 2 seasons at Carolina,
Come on.
he was a teammate of Dougie McBucket.
Let's go. Timberwolves.
North Carolina grew up as a huge fan of former Tar Heel Michael Jordan.
Yeah, you know, interesting, his mother started taping Jordan's games on the VCR years before he was born. His given name, Harrison Bryson Jordan Barnes. How about that for a factoid?
I didn't know that.
Nor did I.
And the Warriors miss again.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, you hope that's not indicative of the type of D they're going to play, because if they do, they're going to have struggles with him tonight.
You look at Corgi Jan and his development in the league in Louisville. What a big jump for him last season.
And that's a great point. That first year, you could tell the game's a little too fast, and he was a bit overwhelmed, but started to get more and more minutes throughout the season.
Alex Latham's been in 9 minutes. He's a great.
And Jang last season doubled his points per game, got enough rebounds where he could be a double-double player every night in the near future.
And started high, and he's only got. And Jang isn't a young player by any means, but he has learned how to fill a niche on a team quickly. Just offers good numbers and intangibles in a lot of places on the stat sheet.
And a great assist by Miller. That one goes in.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there. Dead on target.
Pass to space. And the rejection by Jang. Miller right side. To the middle. Here's Pekovic. Oh, went in there and tried to power it down. But Drew contact. He'll head to the line. And it goes on Draymond.
Come on.
In
Yes.
a moment now, we'll take a look at the offensive approach for the Warriors.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
You know, we've seen them bearing their fair share of mid-range jumpers tonight, too. I mean, that's a good start for them.
Nobody near Barnes. Minnesota with the rebound. Freak's got his third rebound on the night. Sinks that one from the front. Freak's got 8 here in the quarter.
Yeah, I love playing.
Leading by 3. 55 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Here is Livingston. He kicks to Barnes. 6 on the shot clock. Latrey. Pekovic with the rebound. Pekovic has got his third rebound tonight. Here's Freak.
Oh, what the hell? What's won this game?
It's the Warriors on the break. Livingston is running. And again, no good by Golden State. Minnesota's gone
Pass.
from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Out to the wing. Launches it. And Freak gets it to go on the assist by Miller. Miller's got his third assist on the night. Here is Livingston. From deep. Shot is up.
And sometimes he can hit that deep three, but it's not a high percentage shot for him.
Yeah, even for him, that's out of the game.
Tie game in Minnesota. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Yes, Kevin, thank you. I'm with Klay Thompson. What's working and what's not working for you guys out here tonight?
You know, they clog the lane, and they play great help defense. We got to keep driving and kicking, doing a great job sharing the ball, and we just play ourselves. We'll be great in the second half.
Thank you, Klay. We so appreciate it. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of the second half in the third quarter.
All right, listen up, everybody. The second half doesn't have to be as close as the first if we pay attention to a couple of things. I'm not going to single out any one guy because we've gotten contributions from all over the place. I can't say enough about the work you fellas did coming off the bench especially. One place we've had success was in the low post on offense. Great positioning. Good job finding the open passing lanes and getting the ball in tight. And let me touch on tempo for a second. We're not out to use the whole shot clock, but I would like to see us get set up offensively. Coming in, we knew this team wasn't going to roll over for us. If we're going to put them away, we got to execute. Let's bear down and finish what we started.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
And the approach of that first half was an impressive.
Changes for Minnesota. Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Towns. Gorgie Dang comes in for Kevin Garnett. And Freak subbed in for Mark. Then for the Warriors, Spates checked in. Iguodala comes in for Draymond Green. And it's Barbosa in for Steph Curry. Timberwolves trail by 3. Freak, and it's small forward. Pekovic is out there with Jang. Then it's Ricky Rubio. And it's Wiggins in at the 2 guard. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Jang a screen for the tie. Wiggins missing.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Here's Thompson. He sinks the 11-footer. Thompson's got 5 points now this quarter.
That feed by Iguodala, a really good example of his passing.
And Rubio kicks to Wiggins. Here's Freak. That ball's nice feed that time from Wiggins. 25 points for Freak.
And his stroke has been dead on from the outside. I mean, inside, outside, it just doesn't matter. And really, the Warriors had an amazing regular season last year. And just from a historical standpoint, it was one of the best ever. You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he gets that open.
Fires from 18, and the jumper falls for it.
Come on, let's do it.
1-point Warrior lead. Golden State's got more than a 50% success rate on their three-pointers since halftime.
I need Alex in this.
Spates sets a screen. Iguodala outside. Shot is no good. And Minnesota now the other way. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
And really the signature of that game was what they were able to do from a defensive standpoint, particularly on the low post.
Yeah, and they were up in the air an awful lot in that paint area, getting their hands on shots, a lot of them, but if they didn't block them or touch them, they actually changed them.
Barnes hits to Barbosa. Dishes it to Iguodala. 6 to shoot. Here's Spates. That one wide left.
He just has not been able to get into that groove yet, guys, but as a whole, it hasn't affected them too much.
And they take the lead. That's 29 points for Freak.
And they've gone to him. He has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Good job.
Get to the line and shoot two.
To get their shot before getting his own. I think this situation for him in Golden State's perfect for his skill set.
All tied up.
Making a change here. Livingston's checked in. You look at the metrics for it, Clark, and Iguodala is onto something. He just knows to look for the best team shots.
Yeah, he's got a really good basketball IQ, and I think it's his self-defense that allows him to tap into that, especially at the offensive end. Rarely forces situations offensively.
I would like to take this moment to show you the teams that a year ago made a trademark of scoring points off turnovers. The Warriors, #1.
Yeah, I mean, the best in the league at forcing those mistakes.
I tap.
So it's the Timberwolves now. There's the screen. Rubio dishes to Freak. Back to Rubio to the inside.
Yes, go open.
And the Timberwolves lead by 2. The Warriors.
Man, fun, man.
14 since halftime. A little cold from the field. Here's Barnes. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
I'm not putting in 4.
Ricky Rubio has everything you want out of a player except one thing. He has to learn to shoot it better. Rubio can defend, he can pass, he can lead a team until he becomes a better shooter. I think he's going to short circuit his potential.
So he gets them both. And back to Ricky Rubio for a moment, who certainly is at the hub of what this team does, averaging over 8 assists a game for his career through last season. If he can stay healthy, gain some weight, this is not a run.
It really is. And listen, they're also built now for him because they got those great athletic wings. And if he can shoot it a little bit better, he's going to have more opportunities to spread the floor and drive and make plays. And for his first 4 seasons in the league, never hit over 38%. That's not going to get it done at the highest level.
Wiggins passes to Rubio. Now here's Freak. He's tightly guarded. Back to Rubio. Now the dish to Freak. Fires it up. Offensive rebound. Pekovic. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
They're straying away from the three-point game here in the second half. That's fine as long as they're on the lead and they're getting good shots. They decided not to take nearly as many three-pointers in this half. Well, there's not a whole lot you can do about that move. That's just good offense. They were all over him, and he still managed to drain.
To the wing right side. There's Freak. Another shot. And Wiggins with the layup. Wiggins has got 6.
Their prowess inside has been tremendous, guys. I mean, it's been no contest down on the low block.
And until the defense puts up a little more resistance, it's hard to continue to pound them down. How about that? Flying high to send that one down. And you know what? When you've got the athleticism and explosion of a player like that, bigger guys are still at your mercy.
Freak kicks to Jen. 40 seconds left to play in the third. Pekovic with a screen. Just 5 on the clock. On the wing, Wiggins shoots it. And again, it's Minnesota.
And you know what? He's shaking off the cold shooting performance from the first half.
The Warriors trail. We've got 22 seconds left to play here in the third. The 3 from Barnes. And going out of bounds. Last touch by Barnes. And so Minnesota takes the win. Probably a little closer than they would have liked it, but a win nonetheless.
Yeah, and it appeared to me as though the fans gave them the emotional boost they needed down the stretch, Kevin. This crowd was not going to let this one slip away.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Kevin, what an amazing effort. You guys never gave up in this game. I can sense the exhilaration you must feel with this victory.
You know, when you're down and you fight back, you know, you got reason to be proud of yourself, and that's what this was, man.
Great job, Kevin. Thanks for the time. Gentlemen, back to you.
All right, Doris, great job. Thanks so much. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, Clark Kellogg, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. Now we'll go to the studio with the award-winning Ernie Johnson.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin, and now we get a chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. Just a monster first quarter of the game. He came out hot and just never cooled down. That boost he gave his team early on, a huge factor.
When Freak puts it all together, it's no contest to who the best player on the court is. He was outstanding tonight. His feel and understanding of the game were on display.
The thing that has to jump out at you is all of those points in the paint. He found every gap in the defense that he could, and he never stopped attacking the basket.
Well, folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For Kenny the Jet Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a great one.
Yeah, we did well. What was tonight? Yeah, I think it was a close game. It was a close game, yeah, it was. I am living the dream. I am living the dream.
I'll tell you about Vic. He has his bad rap. And I understand some of his judgments might shadow his actual character. Not that at all. Man, Vic, let me tell you something. We have love for each other. We're brothers. Blood couldn't make us any closer. I mean, he has so much loyalty to me and to my family. You can see Cece, has issues with him, but he still loves her. He still loves her.
That was quiet. So now we're going. Five more games left. I'm back in New York. It's taken a long time. Yes.
Coming home. New York City, baby. I'll be honest. I'm pretty excited. Mama, Pops, and Cece, yeah, they're going to be there. Playing in front of them in the NBA uniform for the first time is going to be a special moment for me. Now, I know all of Harlem's going to be watching. No pressure, right? It's all good, though. I've been waiting for this my entire life. And now be ready.
Starting at point, at 6 foot 3 inches, number 3, Jose Calderon. At the power forward position, 7 feet 1 inch, number 6, Kristaps Porzingis.
It's an interconference contest here in the Big Apple, New York, as the Knicks play one at home. We're happy to have you with us for 2K Sports midweek presentation of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan to call the game with our analysts Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And this is a one and done.
Anthony, prone to bad passes. Move your feet on defense when it comes on. Okay, that's easy.
Nikola Pekovic is checked in for Towns. Gorgie Dang comes in for Kevin Garnett. Freaks checked in for Andrew Wiggins. And Shabazz Muhammad subbed in for Martin. On the court for Minnesota.
Knicks fans, these are your Knicks City dancers. Come on and give it up.
Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west already. December. You look at the Timberwolves. They hold the first place spot in the conference just right where they want to be. They've got momentum. And, of course, the Los Angeles Clippers, 4.5 games behind.
Well, right now for the Timberwolves, they have hit the ground running this year. The work they did in the offseason has paid huge dividends right away.
Sure it has. I mean, they came out of the preseason with a real air of confidence. There may not have been many outsiders who believed in them, but now plenty of people do.
Yeah, good job to take it right at them.
Yeah, really left them no choice there, Greg. I mean, he had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
Carmelo Anthony, the third pick overall in the 2003 NBA draft, was in some pretty good company at the top of that one, as I recall.
I mean, you had LeBron going 1, and, of course, Darko Milicic was number 2 on that list. But how about D-Wade at 4? A little bit of a surprise, Chris Bosh. You know, all those guys, with the exception of Melo, have rings. And those two teammates right there working in rhythm. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
Calderon kicks to Afflalo. That falls. Nice speed this time from Jose Calderon. 8 points for Aaron Afflalo. For the New York Knicks, they come into this one following a loss to Portland.
And no one expected them to win that game per se, but no excuse for the way that one ended up.
You know, it perhaps could serve as a rallying point for him, Greg. I mean, sometimes after a big loss like that, it can be a catalyst or a wake-up call for the locker room.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Guys, Derek Fisher had a few moments to share with me. We talked about the challenges posed by a player like Ricky Rubio, such a tremendous passer and floor general. Coach said, we know he can make plays, but making shots is where he's been less effective. We need to focus on staying home and forcing him to beat us with his scoring. Guys, we'll see if they can limit his highlight reel dimes. Back to you.
Thank you, Doris. Minnesota shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. Well, there was a time when the media had written off Shabazz Muhammad as an impact player we showed last year. He belongs in this NBA.
Yeah, certainly did. I mean, he improved in every facet of the game, and sometimes we tend to write guys off a little too soon, Kevin. The media in general, not you in particular. He's been a big-time performer for the Wolves.
And for Muhammad, it's weird that so many fans had given up on a player just after his rookie season. I mean, he's vindicated anyone who stuck with him after his slow rookie start.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Prince is checked in.
And for Muhammad, a lot of it had to do with the hype he got in college, coupled with his age situation. So when he struggled, people were too quick to write him off. But he was showed he can ball.
Williams can't hit.
That's a talent layup.
Low block shot, and there's Muhammad. That's good on the assist by Prince.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
Calderon kicks to Afflalo. Some nice passing by New York here. Shot's good for Seraphin. Seraphin's got his first points of the night.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
It's like a running game in football. When you can pound the basketball inside, it also allows you to control the team's transition.
Calderon with it. Guarded now by Tayshaun Prince. Williams attacking. Here's Seraphin. No luck. Great D that time from Pekovic. Minnesota's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Feeds to Freak. The three. And he gets it to go. Freak's got his third basket of the night.
Shots are just flowing for him right now, having a really strong quarter.
Now Calderon. He's definitely a factor in their offense, averaging 12 points a game. On its way from Afflalo for two. Got it for his fourth field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
Now here's Freak. He's guarded by Williams. Freak passes to Dang. The feed now to Freak. Just 5 to shoot. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. And Dang gets it to go. Jang's got it all tied up now for the Timberwolves.
And a big height advantage right there.
You know, it's tough to bring a big man that far away from the goal, but that might be a mismatch they're willing to live with.
Out left to the wing. Calderon with it. Releases.